will literally show you the Korea that you've been itching, wanting, dying to see.
Time to experience the nooks and crannies of Korea as with your own 2 feet on
K-Patch
with Cedric.
It is a Monday morning, and what better way to start off your week than with some beautiful, aesthetically pleasing videos brought in by our very own YouTuber Sky Sedi in the studio.
Wow, thank you for that intro.
That's how I like to start my Mondays, Cedric.
No
I can
pressure
tell you.
for me, no pressure for me. I'm doing well. How are you, Peter?
Not bad at all. We saw over the weekend like really low new case numbers of Corona-19. 8, I think, yesterday. I'm really looking forward to seeing them today. They should come out actually any minute now. And I'm feeling, like we're really getting towards the end. The light is at the end of the tunnel.
Right. Yeah, we can certainly say that. Though it's not over yet.
No,
but
no complacency.
Yeah, the hope is there. So I'm super excited to see where summer is heading, basically. If we're going to be back to normal or
I hope we can go on holiday in the summertime. I feel if we have to be locked up when it's super hot as well. And I don't have that many air conditioning units in my apartment, so it doesn't get that cool compared to modern day places. I will not be happy steaming at home like a little dumpling or something like that.
Well, you have your at-home sauna there.
That would be good. Yes, I should look at it positively.
Right.
You're right. Maybe I could lose some pounds sweating it out. Raoul's on board saying, "Morning, Sedi. I saw the lovely video for the 1-year anniversary with you and Becky. I think I saw that as well. It looked very sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of raises the bar for all other guys out there, I feel.
No, I just always bring my expensive cameras with me, so it ends up looking good by default. But
there
it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see it, for those of you guys that did.
Did you do anything special?
Yeah, so we had a really simple day. We got a little brunch, and then towards the night, we went to Namsan Tower.
Oh,
yeah, or the N Tower, I guess you could call it now. Yeah, this is, I think, my second time going. So we took the cable car up.
Okay, and really down as well?
And down.
It is nice.
We weren't in the mood for any hiking. So
yeah, that is a pretty tall mountain by Seoul standards. So yeah, the hike can be a bit much. But yeah, from the top, was the view nice that day? Was it all right?
It was. Luckily, there wasn't like fine dust issues like there has been in the past. So the view was beautiful.
Yeah, that is a romantic spot. You didn't do the love locks though, did you?
No. I mean, that costs a little extra money. So.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You got love after all.
Right.
Today's hashtag, it's the 40th edition apparently of Disabled Persons Day here in Korea. So we're talking about 장애, disability or handicap. Have you ever had an injury, Cedric, that you felt like kind of has handicapped you for a while? You've not been mobile or something like that?
Oh, sure. Luckily, I could say I've never broken a bone. So
knock on wood.
Yes, knock on wood. But I did have a pretty brutal injury to my pinky.
Oh, you mentioned this, right?
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
You saw.
I basically, it felt like a saw, but it was a belt sander that my pinky got caught in.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, yes. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Sometimes I relive that trauma for fun. But yeah, so I almost lost my pinky. Luckily, it was just the nail and a little bit of the, not to get too graphic, but a little bit of the tip there. But it looks okay, right?
Normal, yeah, just a little bent, right?
A little bent. So the nail actually grew back, which I'm happy about.
I recall you saying that put you off like home renovations and doing improvement at the house anymore.
Yeah, I don't do any do-it-yourself projects or anything like that. So that, took me out. I was playing guitar at the time actively. And piano, so I couldn't play any of those things for about 6 months.
Oh my goodness!
Oh man, it was terrible.
That's a big change, isn't it? You don't know or appreciate what you have until you can't use it, right? So let's all appreciate everything that much more today, right? Yeah. Today's topic for K-Patch, where are you taking us?
Oh, I'm taking you guys to the Yangjae Flower Market, which is now open at least throughout the month of April.
Ooh,
it's very exciting to show you guys.
Lovely. That's not too far from where we are here in Seocho. I guess if there's no traffic, you could probably get there in about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, from here, yeah.
Are you into flowers, Cedric? Do you like them? Do you give them often, receive them?
I did actually give some flowers last week.
Aww.
We mentioned it was my 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
What
bought
did you
some
choose?
Flowers.
Roses? Some colourful ones?
Yeah, some colourful ones.
We don't know the names of the flowers. It's all right.
And she's in the chat right now, so I better...
He didn't just ask for any bunch of flowers. He handpicked them.
All right.
But he's having a bad Monday morning. No
There we
coffee
go.
in the studio.
Yeah, I can't
okay?
remember
So
right
don't
now,
feel
so.
bad, Becky. So, yeah, flowers, you're not allergic. I get bad hay fever.
Oh, really? Do you?
Yeah, so I like the look of
okay.
them. And then I smell them and the smell's great. And then like 5 minutes later, my eyes are watering.
Sure. I mean, so do you ever actually give flowers to, say, your wife or?
Not so often, actually, because Gio, my son, has pretty bad allergies. So
Oh,
even when
okay.
we get given flowers as well, we don't usually put them on our table. We'll put them in the balcony area, like out of sight. My wife loves flowers as well, so I do apologize for having allergies, but it's not my fault, okay?
Sure.
What can I do about it?
There we go.
Yeah, so flowers, I don't know, who doesn't like flowers? Even if you have allergies, who doesn't like looking at a flower or
Right. They're
smelling
just
the
so
scent?
pleasant to look at. It makes you feel really bubbly inside.
Absolutely. I'm guessing as a single guy, you don't often decorate your house with flowers.
No, not at all. I mean, there have been times where there are flowers in there, but it's usually because of the girlfriend.
Yes, that's why we need ladies in our lives,
Yeah.
gentlemen out there. So in your first video, what are we going to check out here?
So we're going to check out pretty much the exterior of the market and just some of the things that they have outside of the market. And so let's watch.
It's a pretty big space from what I remember.
It is. And I didn't even get a chance to see everything. It was so big. But this is sort of the little trough from the subway station.
Oh, it's a
towards
nice
the
little
market.
entrance
It's cute.
like that. Yeah, I've
All right,
never
guys,
walked
I'm out
in.
here at Yangtze
Yeah.
Flower Market, and as you can see, I'm standing outside. There
Got
are
the mask on,
different
of course.
buildings
Good,
where
good.
I'm going to take you inside first, but I want to show you what's around and outside of the market. So let's go take a look.
Yeah, there's lots of like big warehouses / greenhouses here
Right.
and there. I think there's more than like one or two of those as well.
Yeah, there's a handful of them. And there's also another building that has tons of flowers, too.
And lots of flowers they're selling outside as well, like this.
Yeah,
So
that
there's
is
a lot
correct.
of potted plants out here. Let's see what we can find. Oh, wow, this is cool. Look at this.
I love cacti.
Some cacti.
They don't die that
Gotta make sure I
easily,
don't touch
even if you
those.
don't water them.
Exactly, because they can handle neglect
Yes.
very well. Yeah, so as you can see, just outside they have a lot of like some of the bigger plants, some of the smaller flowers too. And this is the interesting part.
I like the whole tree
You can
area.
buy
Got your
trees.
Christmas tree.
Oh wow! Get in
Got some
early.
trees
I
with
know.
Might be
flowers over
cheaper.
there. It's really pretty.
So I thought that was really cool. I mean, like, who goes to a market to buy trees? You know?
In Korea, especially, I'd like to ask that question because not many
Right.
people have gardens, right?
Right.
Although I went to a friend's house on the weekend, and on their veranda area, like totally enclosed, but next to all the windows, they had a sizable tree. I'd like to say it was about 2 meters plus, maybe, and it looked amazing. And I was like, actually, if I was confident of taking care of it, I'd like a tree. But I'm sure it was expensive, and I'm sure ours would die very, very soon.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it depends on the type of tree. I remember growing up, my mom bought a tree that was probably about 6 feet tall. So around my dad's height at the time when I was a kid.
Oh.
Planted it in the front yard.
Yeah.
And by the time we moved out of that house, probably about 8-10 years after, that tree was huge.
Wow, it had taken hold and rooted
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So that was really cool. And all you have to do is just leave it outside and let nature do its thing.
Then it's not your fault. Yeah, it's up to nature.
Right.
The thing about the UK that I miss quite a lot is garden centres. I don't know if you call them garden centres in the US, but it's places where you can buy plants. There's lots of outdoor areas. You can buy like garden furniture and things like this.
Right.
And there's loads of them in the UK because everyone has a garden. Not everyone, but many people. Here, I think like the flower markets are in lieu of garden centres because we don't seem to have so many in Korea.
Right. I don't think there's enough space. And like you said, I mean, most people, they don't have little gardens outside their apartments here, but they might have a little area where they
Yeah.
can plant something.
Something on maybe their balcony, like the ledge or something like that. But yeah, I've not seen many garden centres. But that reminds me, the gochujang, that's a great thing instead of a garden centre, just the flower market. Yeah.
Right. And there are a lot of reasons why people will want to go there. And the thing is, in Korea, I mean, flowers are used for a lot of different events. You know, obviously weddings, you
Yeah.
see flowers everywhere. Sadly, funerals too, but also grand openings for businesses or restaurants. You'll oftentimes see those, I don't know what you call it, I guess they're flower wreaths.
Yeah, you see the big ones as well, like they're on these stands.
Right.
And usually, yeah, I guess the best way to describe it, it looks like a few wreaths on top of each other, like stacked. and they'll stand maybe again like 2 meters tall in front of the business or something.
Right. So that's a big thing. I've even seen those in front of Korean businesses in the States. So that was pretty interesting. But the thing is, yeah.
Okay. They must have some Korean florist out there making those.
They do. At least I was in the
those.
K-Town area, so that makes sense. But, unfortunately, due to the whole recent issue with coronavirus, the sales have gone down. So a lot of these merchants who are selling flowers, they're, not seeing the same amount of sales because businesses are not opening as scheduled. Even graduations have been canceled or delayed. So it's been an interesting time for the people who are selling the flowers now.
Yeah, it is. There is, I think it's called a Hua Huan is what I've looked up here. And if you just search that out, HWAHWAN, you'll get what we're talking about. And you'll see them like lined up at the front of funerals as well, like people paying their respects like that.
Right.
And I see them delivered in like these little trucks as well. So you need a big like vehicle to transport these around. But like you said, they are common at weddings, but that's pretty much global. But at the funerals and grand openings, it's a different kind of flower, I think, that you give in the West to the ones that you give here in Korea. And I'd like to ask you, because we don't have graduation ceremonies in the UK except for university. So say high school or middle school graduation, do people bring flowers like to congratulate students?
Yeah, usually family members or maybe, close friends would bring flowers for their friends or siblings, but usually they have to have some sort of close relationship tie.
Okay, because here in Korea, you also see graduation day at a school. There's a vendor, like a very canny, wise, business-savvy vendor, just standing on the corner outside and will be selling bouquets for quite a lot of money in case you forgot them. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that is smart, though, because that's, this one, at least in the U.S., that's one of the few moments where you can actually buy flowers to give.
Yes, this is true. I don't feel that Korean guys or girls give them so often as a gift to like the wife or the husband. Like in the UK, it's quite a cliche thing to do. If you've done something wrong as a guy, the next day you'll come in with a bouquet of flowers or something.
Right.
And there'll be even on the roads, like at traffic lights, some people selling roses. I don't know if that's a thing in the States, but like for an emergency, oh yeah, this would make the wife happy. You'll wind down your window, pay maybe a couple of pounds or something for one rose. I've never seen that in Korea, though.
Yeah, I think that's pretty similar in the States as well.
Yeah. We're making the same mistakes as men, I feel. We're going to talk more about flowers. We'd love to have your pictures of flowers as well, or flower markets, just like Cedric has been kind enough to take a video of for us. After some ihai, this is Rose. We're back for part 2 of K-Patch with Cedric in the studio, talking about the flower market today. Not seen too many flowers so far, just trees and lovely plants at Yangzhe, but I'm sure we'll get into it. We got a few messages to read out first.
Yes, Raul says, in Argentina, the national flower is sable.
Oh.
I'm working on my Spanish here, so I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation. And in Spanish, it's called viveros when you're referring to garden centers.
Okie dokie, viveros.
Viveros.
I'm learning something. I've just looked up sabo. It says it's known as the cockspur coral tree. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these in my life. It's like a small green tree with these really intricate red flowers that look quite deep and really unique in their shape as well. That's quite a nice flower to have.
It almost has like tulip vibes.
Yeah, like a mini kind of tulip hanging from a tree. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Very nice.
Which brings us on to the national flowers of our countries, I suppose. Korea is the mugunghwa, right?
The mugunghwa.
Yeah, we sing about that in the national anthem, and I think it's known as the Rose of Sharon or the Korean Rose.
Right.
Or Hibiscus syriacus, it says here on Wikipedia, the official scientific name. But
Right. And the meaning of the mugunghwa, which I found interesting, is the eternal blossom that never fades.
Oh, is that maybe the meaning
beautiful
behind the hanja for that, the Chinese characters, I suppose? That's a lovely thing to say. I'm sure, like any other flower, it must surely die
Yeah,
at some stage.
unfortunately.
But we like the meaning nonetheless. The UK's flower is the rose, and we have even the War of the Roses between Lancaster and York, which was red versus white. So I think many people might know that. What's the US flower?
Wow. So either you guys copied us or we copied you guys,
We
because
invented
apparently
the US.
Yeah. So I guess you went there. But apparently our national flower, which I just found out, was the rose as well.
I see, very creative. It's not a very interesting one for the UK either. I way prefer something like the sabo that Raul sent in. That's cool. I wonder if any countries have this as their national flower. Juliana Oliveira says the sunflower is really cool and beautiful. I love sunflowers, but I wouldn't imagine many countries would choose that. It doesn't seem like a weighty flower to have as like a symbol. I don't know.
Right. But sunflowers do have its charm, especially in the South growing up, because we had sunflowers everywhere.
Did you have like sunflower fields and stuff?
Yes. From what I remember. And then also a big thing, at least in the South, I don't know about anywhere else in the States, but sunflower seeds, we used to just snack on those. Have you ever had them?
I saw loads being sold in the States when I went last year, and they're really tasty, but I'm confused. Can you eat the whole thing, or are you meant to just get out the little seed inside?
You know, I've known people to eat the whole thing, but it's really rough, and I don't know if you're supposed to. So I always I eat the actual seed inside the shell.
So do you put the whole thing inside and then crunch it out?
I usually do, because a lot of times they have the seeds where it's salted.
Yeah, so it tastes really good.
It's great. So I just kind of suck the shell, and then I'll
There must be a way to doing that, because I found it so awkward, because they wouldn't just slip out easily. You have to break it open with your tooth and then like kind of put my tongue in to get the little seed.
It's pretty gross. Yeah.
I prefer them where they're just all de-shelled and then like salted separately. You got a message from Siska?
Yeah, Siska says she misses the cherry blossoms in Korea, but she is surprised because cherry blossoms can be grown in Indonesia too, and not just in the springtime, but at random times.
That's cool. I guess if you're living near the equator, there wouldn't be one season where they flower.
Right.
I wonder when they would flower then, because it's all finished here. I'm a bit sad we're not going to see it for ages now.
Yeah, it happened so quickly here in Korea.
Yeah, and due
Small
to
window of time.
Corona-19, unfortunately, we couldn't enjoy it to the fullest. Mimi says, I just came into the chat, heard the word garden centre, made me miss the UK so much. I never appreciated how fun garden centres were until I was an adult and could actually appreciate the flowers, the aquarium bits as well. Yeah, I don't know about the US, but in the UK, yeah, they've often got an animal section where they'll sell loads of different animals as well that you could keep in your garden, like in a rabbit hutch or something.
Oh, right.
Did they have that kind of garden centre set up in the States?
Not that I remember, but then again, I didn't go to many garden centers growing up in the States, so
Maybe
I'm not the right one to ask,
take
probably.
You, yeah. I remember hating going when I was a kid, but now I just want to go. Mimi also warns us, women always know if flowers have come from a petrol or gas station, so be careful.
Oh, man.
I'm guessing the packaging is different,
Note
right?
taken. There's probably a little receipt there that says the gas station name.
You got to take off that logo.
Yeah.
And she also says, I was super jealous that America celebrated the end of school with graduations. We just signed each other's shirts in the UK. Yeah, that was the only tradition. You'd sign your school uniforms and like take that home. I'm very jealous of graduations. What else happened at a graduation apart from flowers from family?
I mean, you just sit through a 2 or 3 hour boring ceremony and just...
Was it not that good then?
I mean, to me, it wasn't. It was just very boring. It was just a formality. And then, you know, if you went to a bigger school like I did, you know, we had 300 plus people graduating.
You got to wait through the whole thing.
Everyone's name has to be called. Everyone goes up. Yeah.
300, that would be awful.
It's crazy.
Mimi, we should thank our lucky stars. We didn't grow up in the States. Why don't we get to video number 2, Cedric,
sure.
now?
Okay.
What are we going to show here?
So we're going to go inside, and now you're going to see a lot of the pretty flowers that the market at Yangjae has. So let's watch.
Oh,
it is absolutely...
I haven't been for a couple of years, but it's lovely in there.
It really is so green, and a lot of the colors there just pop from the green.
Wow, look at those. What are they? Maybe, I forget, orchids, I think they are, yeah.
Right, and of course the cacti.
Some hanging plants as well. I went there and asked, can I have a plant that I could grow in my car? And they said no. They said that's not taking care of the plant at all.
So you can
Sure,
just
they're
browse
probably just
around
fried
and
to death.
purchase from these vendors.
Yeah, so basically I'm just explaining that there are tons of vendors basically, and they're selling their own plants and flowers.
Each one is like a separate store, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. and then you can haggle for the prices, if I remember rightly. The big plants are pretty pricey from what I remember.
Right, probably plants like that, and you have
talking
different
like hundreds of thousands.
Right.
What's that?
You have like different I guess fertilizer or things that'll help the plants grow.
Oh, like plant food.
Right.
Oh, look at Groot.
Those are really cute, huh?
It's amazing. A little plant growing out of Groot's head. Birds' nests as well.
Yeah, so there were cute little fake birds there too. And now here's the jiha, or the basement part of the market.
I've never been to the basement. Oh, wow. Is this like finished flowers, maybe?
Yeah, finished flowers. And also, this is where I believe you can put in orders to get those the wreaths.
The big wreaths that we were talking about earlier. That's where they'll make them as well, perhaps, and send them away.
Right. So like
That's
right
it.
there.
That's the hua huan that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Very common at funerals and when you're congratulating a new business. You'll see them just in the corridor outside the shop, right?
Right. And this is my message for you right here, Peter.
Oh, you love me.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Yeah, so the inside, as you can see, actually has more of the flowers instead of just plants. They have plants, they have trees, but tons of flowers.
Yeah, Brian says, wow, it's beautiful there. Was that your first time going, Cedric?
That was my first time going to that one, yes.
So what did you think? As someone who's maybe not going to frequent them all the time, like, do you think it's somewhere to go?
I do. For me, I don't know if I would go all the way out of my way from my part of Seoul to go, but like if, say, my significant other wanted to go, that would be a nice place to go and just to browse around.
Yeah, not even if you buy anything. Like I'm saying with the garden centers, just the atmosphere there. It's kind of nice to just walk around, especially when it's cooler in the winter because that greenhouse kind of enclosed space stays nice and warm.
Right.
And yeah, you can just walk around nature when sometimes Seoul can be lacking and all those beautiful flowers. Yeah, I love that.
Right.
I think the kids would love it as well. Maybe I'll take them there one weekend once Corona has kind of died down a little bit. Brian L. also says, I've only seen those hua huans used for funerals before, and it was surprising when I saw them first used for celebratory things. I wonder, Brian, because I know you're aware of some other East Asian cultures, is it just Korea that has those, or are there other countries as well? Because I don't think I've seen that anywhere else. Yeah, that hua huan.
Right. I don't, like I said, I saw it in the States, but those were Korean businesses, probably sourced from Korean florists in the area.
And they often have like the Korean written on them on those kind of like ribbony things with some kind of message, right? Okay, that's our flower market videos for you guys. We'd love to see your photos, your videos, maybe 30 seconds to a minute long of any flowers that you have in your house. Any flower markets as well would be even better. After some big bang, this one's Gokgil Flower Road. K-Patch with Cedric in the studio talking about the flower market. One of the biggest in Korea, I believe, is the Yangjae one that Cedric has shown us. I think there might be one at Gosok Terminal, Express Bus Terminal.
There is.
I've seen a big sign on the building. I've never actually been there, but yeah, I think there is one inside of it, yeah.
Yeah, I went there actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Is it similar to Yangjae? It's all indoors?
Yeah, it's indoors. It feels like the basement level of Yangjae. That's what it feels like at the terminal.
All right, the whole kind of kit and caboodle there. And you can check it out as you're transferring because there's a big bus hub there as well. Loads of messages from our listeners. Forest Phil Oppa saying, I've never given flowers for graduation, but I definitely enjoyed it more as a parent than a graduate. Yay, I've raised a successful child. Go me, go you. Yeah, pat on the back to yourself. You deserve it after all that parenting.
Right. Go me and get out of my house.
Yes,
that's what you're
literally
saying.
go you.
Right. Raul says we have lots of sunflower oil factories and sunflower seeds are indeed so yummy.
I saw how popular they seem to be in the States, and I thought that's a great idea, like getting people to eat more seeds and nuts and stuff like that. They're always at the gas stations in these massive bags as well, I saw them. But that means you've got to spit out all those kind of shell things somewhere, right?
Right, unless you get them unseeded.
Okay, and then you can just enjoy them to your heart's content.
Exactly.
Brian L. says, I have seen the big wreaths in Hong Kong before for funerals. Not sure if they use them for celebrations, as with those, I I usually see bouquets and stuff like that. I think it is just for funerals for some reason. So those hwahans, don't be confused in Korea that it's always for a bad event. You'll often, like Cedric said, see them for business openings as well.
Right. Siska says, all ceremonies here use flowers, graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and all types of parties. And, of course, funerals, too. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I think that's similar to Korea.
Yeah.
And also in the States in many ways as well. There's always flowers at these major events.
Yeah, it does seem to be a way to pay your respects either way, like for a happy occasion or for a sad occasion, because they are beautiful. But yeah, I never thought about it like that. Like, for funerals and for weddings, you're using the same thing, flowers, but they just kind of represent different things.
Right.
And I think there are some flowers that are meant to be more associated with like weddings and some that are more associated with funerals.
Right. I know traditionally there are, in the States, the flowers that they use typically are on the lighter side, like white flowers. Of course, they're, I think the rules have changed a little bit in modern times, but white to symbolize purity and just newness.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think they stick to those colors. But again, I'm not a wedding expert.
Or a florist, yes.
No.
Neither am I.
No, so take that with a grain of salt.
We've got some of our listener photos sent in. It's still not too late to keep them coming in, but Anne B from the States sent in these saying, I went grocery shopping today and the store had potted flowers for sale. I had to buy a couple of them, so here are some photos of them. Oh, they're beautiful, like in a kind of purpley tone there. And that's the great thing about having an outdoor space. You can just buy a few flowers and potted plants and just leave them outside your door and stuff, right?
Just when you're going to pick up some milk and eggs, you just buy some flowers.
Yeah.
You have a place to put them. That's awesome.
In Korea, it would be a bit weird to just leave it in the corridor of your apartment, right? A flower or something. I don't think anyone would take them, but at the same time, I don't know, it wouldn't be appropriate. Maybe you'd have to ask for permission from your building owner. Thank you so much for those, Anne. And Siska has also sent in some from Indonesia, saying these are the cherry blossom in Taman Cibodas. That's a park a bit outside of Jakarta. That looks rather lovely, doesn't it, with a green in the background?
It's really nice.
And you also said, this is my favourite sunflower sky park. It's actually on a rooftop at a shopping mall in Bandung. So pretty. Are those all real sunflowers?
Right, they look so big.
That's amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever, if sunflowers are a big deal in the States, do people ever like have a sunflower and then get the seeds themselves and like eat it? Do you go sunflower seed picking?
I don't know, but I knew a family that used to collect actual sunflowers. I don't know what they did with them.
Oh.
But they would collect sunflowers and I guess they just brought them home.
That's random, isn't it?
It is random, but it's the South. So.
You also said the Indonesian national flower, Siska says, is the white jasmine. That looks nice
That's
as well.
beautiful.
Is that linked to jasmine tea in any way? Because that's one of my favourites. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so, nowadays with the whole situation, unfortunately, we haven't been able to go out, at least I haven't been able to go out to see cherry blossoms. Yeah. And that's a big thing in Korea.
It's massive, isn't it? During that couple of weeks, they have huge festivals. The one at Yeouido springs to mind for me, where apparently more than 1 million people can go across a couple of days.
Right. But unfortunately, they've had to shut that down because they don't want a lot of people going out.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a flower festival in your time in Korea?
I have not. I wanted to go last year. I forget why I couldn't. And I definitely wanted to go this year and, create some really nice videos and pictures. But unfortunately, I've missed that window.
Next year, fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Right? Yeah.
Hopefully.
You have highlighted here in the script the lengths that some places have gone to make sure you didn't go and see the flowers.
Right. In Jeju Island, there was actually a place where they usually have a bunch of cherry blossoms along with other flowers. And they draw a lot of people every year. But this year, they decided to plow the flowers early to keep people from going.
Oh, really? To just take them down just in case people still went despite the advice.
Exactly. So it sounds pretty harsh, and I have to err on the side of caution to say, you know what, they did it in the best public interest.
Sure. Because some people would be tempted to go, right, if they were there. But if they're not there, then there's nothing to see, kind of thing.
Exactly.
I saw in Yoido as well, and actually to my phone, I keep getting the messages that Yangjiechun Stream, is closed to the public. So they won't even allow you to walk down there because there are some beautiful flowers along the way, and they don't want people all getting together in groups. Louis Thian says, I guess in Singapore we can think of the Flower Dome in the Marina Bay. I think that featured in Crazy Rich Asians, if I'm not mistaken, and that looked absolutely beautiful. I'd love to go there. Yeah, we're not talking about places to go and see the flowers per se today, but it is linked to the flower market as well. In the US, Cedric, when are times that you buy flowers, apart from when you've made a mistake as a husband or a boyfriend?
Well, there are times for high schoolers, typically guys, to buy flowers for their significant other, and that's during prom time.
We don't have that in the UK.
You don't have prom, okay.
Was prom as bad as graduation, or was it more fun?
No, prom was supposed to be fun. For me, it was awkward, but yeah, it's typically a time where once a year, there's this big time where the whole grade goes to have their own dance, basically. And you dress up, and people get their hair done and get their makeup.
Is it only that year, then, one grade altogether?
Well, there's the senior prom, and some places have the junior prom as well. But they split the grades up, and so this is the time where guys typically will buy what's known as corsages, which are little flower, not wreaths, but they're kind of like bracelets that they buy for their ladies.
Oh.
And before they actually head to the prom, when they go to pick them up, traditionally they'll put the corsage on the lady.
On the wrist?
On the wrist.
What's the thing that you pin to your clothing? Is that separate? Is that not associated with prom at
That
all?
can be. Actually, the girl can buy that for the guy, and you put that on your tuxedo.
Oh, that's nice. That's traditional in the UK at weddings, like for the best men and the groom and stuff. Usually you'll sort them out with that and stick it in your buttonhole or something like that. In Korea, that's not such a thing. I don't think we have prom culture whatsoever, just like the UK. But even at weddings, I don't remember... Well, there isn't a best man culture actually here, so you don't have a best man that you put the corsage into. But I think for my wedding, I had a flower as a groom that was sorted out by the florist. And let me tell you, flower prices for weddings in Seoul are pretty expensive. So you want to make the most of those flowers. Like, you can take them home after the ceremony and give them to your close friends. I highly recommend you take them and maybe just sell them outside to the next couple who's getting married.
Right. And speaking of couples, one thing that I have noticed while living here in Korea is with just couples who are dating, what I've seen is, and this is kind of weird, but I've seen couples go into flower shops, and I'm assuming this is while they're on a date or before they go out to their date, and the guy will buy a flower for their girl.
To take while they're walking around.
Yeah.
I have seen girls just holding maybe one rose or two roses sometimes. And some places in Korea where many people are hanging out for dinner and drinks, there will be a lady just going from restaurant to restaurant with a bucket of flowers, often asking you to buy one. And then, the
street hustlers there.
You give it to someone and they've got to have this flower the whole evening. How inconvenient is that? But it seems like you said, it's maybe a cultural thing. Cedric, thanks for coming in today. As beautiful as a flower as ever.
Oh, thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
See you next Monday. Theme yet to be confirmed.
Yet to be confirmed.
All right. We'd love your ideas as well, listeners. Here's a request from Aimlita to wrap things up. This is Jasmine by DPR Live.